Hello and welcome. You are watching TV47 and my name is Lucy Riley. We are at the Sierra Burger and Wine Lounge on mezzanine floor here at the Rivan in Westlands. Wine tasting is the sensory examination and evaluation of wine. While its practice is as ancient as its production, a more formalized modern method was adopted from the 14th century. Professional wine tasters, like sommeliers or buyers for retailers, use terms to describe perceived flavors, aromas, and general characteristics of wine. The four recognized stages to wine tasting are its appearance, the aroma of the wine, in-mouth sensations, finish, or aftertaste. Properties of wine help establish its complexity and character, suitability for aging or drinking, and possible faults. South Africa is one of the most exciting wine regions, especially for premium and ultra-premium wine.
We are here primarily to showcase the beauty of South African wines, but our key objective, as we've been doing in the past 3-4 years here in Kenya, is to ensure that Kenyans have understanding of our commitment towards doing business with Kenya. We are committed towards ensuring that Kenyans have the good knowledge about wine, but because we've done enough extensive training, we want to actually extend this further. That is why today we're launching the WoSA Cup competition, which, by the way, we're running the second time in Kenya. So overall, with what we're doing today, it's just to ensure that the trade, the media, get to know about that. As we have previously in 2016 ran the WoSA Cup and we had a finalist that went and participated in South Africa, we're looking to do the same again this year. What also is fascinating, speaking from the Africa continent perspective, is that this means we are having 3 countries this time around participating. We're going to be having Zimbabwe. We're going to have also a contestant from Ghana. So it means there's quite good representation of Africa in the competition. But above all, you know, as Wines of South Africa, we are seeing good growth in this market in a sense that Kenyans, with the knowledge base that they have, are now buying more premium wines, which is one thing that we think we can say a tick for us, because our focus has always been that, yes, let's introduce wine, but when we do so, introduce quality wine. So Kenyans are really doing extremely well in that space, and we're glad because it means we're doing something right in positioning South Africa as a premium wine producing region.
Though it's considered a new world wine producer, South Africa's winemaking heritage reaches back to the 1600s. It's all Chardonnay all the time at the Capensis, which is Latin for from the Cape.
Yeah, so the wine industry may be new in Kenya, but there's very many areas where one can get involved. You could get involved in the commercial side, so in trade where you're selling wine to either individuals or businesses. You could be in education where you're training others. You could also be a wine writer, wine journalism. There's very many specializations that are there right now. So in essence, Wines of South Africa sees Kenya as a very important market. And what the role they play is like Kenya Tourism Board in a sense. They represent the whole wine industry in countries where South African wine is exported. Over and above that, then we have companies within the country who are the importers. So companies like Casks and Barrels, like DeFreeze Consulting, like Mohan, like Mia Wines, who are exhibiting today, are people who have seen the opportunity in the trade. So of course they directly go to the countries they want to import from, make deals with the brand owners or the producers to be able to represent them in the country of choice. Now, we could have had a very simple cocktail to say we're launching this competition, but then we need to give people the experience. Wine is about experiencing, wine is about tasting different things. So we brought a group of wine importers together with the brands they have in the country and some that they are willing to introduce. And we give now people in the trade, people in media a chance to walk around the room, taste different wines, compare and experience it in a new way. Yeah.
From the 3 remote vineyards in the Western Cape region, Capensis creates ultra-premium wines aged in French oak. Outstanding Cabernet, Sauvignon and Merlot, along with some Pinot Noir and increasingly Syrah, are some outstanding wines to taste. Pinotage is unique to South Africa, a cross between Pinot Noir and Cinsault. In whites, Chenin Blanc does particularly well, bright, fruity, zesty, with mellow honey tones, and is becoming something of a signature style for the country.
Hi, so today we're showing Bellingham wines from South Africa. Bellingham's in the Franschhoek region and it's one of the oldest wine farms in the country, dating back to 1693. Today we're going to show you a lovely Chenin Blanc. That the vines for the Chenin Blanc average age is about 45 years old. So we're going to show you the 2016 vintage, which is wooded. Got lovely toasty, buttery notes to it, and really proud because Chenin is a proudly South African wine grape. So let's give you some of that.
Wine tasting. What do I need to do in order to really appreciate this wine?
Let me join you on this journey. So the first thing we always do is we look at the wine because we always taste with our eyes first. And you're going to see that it's a lovely golden color. This is from the oak barrels that the wine is aged in. The next thing we do is we always give it a bit of a swirl. That helps to open up the bouquet so we can smell it. So you always give it a light sniff. Should pick up, almost smells like toasty, brioche, almondy flavors. And when your eyes and your nose are happy with what they've done, the mouth is going to be happy. So then we can take a sip. Super, so what we're drinking is a Chenin Blanc. It's a single varietal grape. South Africa proudly grows more Chenin Blanc white grapes than anywhere else in the world. So what we're looking for firstly is the color. Chenin Blanc will range in anything from a very light, crisp green color to a very dark golden color like this. This is from the wood aging. When you smell it, different Chenin Blancs will give off different notes, but generally you're going to find very tropical fruit, the likes of mangoes, papaya, these sort of flavors on the nose and the palate. And then quite typically it's a nice fresh grape in the mouth, so when you have a sip it follows through nicely. Yeah. Cheers.
Very sweet. Is it a sweet wine or a dry wine?
It's a dry wine. The sweetness you're picking up is the fruit balance on there, combined with the smoothness that comes through with the oak. So it's not a sugar content, it's a flavor content more than anything else. Yeah.
Wine exporters such as Cask and Barrels, Domain, Joss Hansen, Bellingham, among others, showcase their low, mid to high range variety of wine.
For today we've come to WoSA's wine event, which is basically focused 100% on South African wines. And for us, we import wines from South Africa, which is from Spear, from Boland Cellar, Clomelvern and Linton Park. We also used to have Raka in our portfolio and, like my name, Tandy Wines. So this is a good event. I know it's held annually, and it literally brings in South African wine importers together. And shows Nairobi and the hotel industry, the restaurateurs, which South African wines are available. And it's a good opportunity to try different South African wines within Kenya, within Nairobi, and also the new vintages that are coming out, the new styles of wines that are coming out. So it's a good space to understand South African wines and interact with South African wine producers, as well as South African wine importers in Kenya. And we're a number of us.
The tone was merry and ecstatic as guests mingled and drank wine.
Which one would you recommend? Perhaps being Mohan, surely you would recommend to me.
Well, you can see tonight, from the Nairobi winery, celebrating our centenary, we are introducing the Cathedral range. Cathedral Cellar is one of our premium range, and we have 5 different wines today, 2 white and 3 red. So are you a red or a white drinker?
Red.
You are red? Okay, in that case I recommend you this one. It was very successful tonight. Triptych. Triptych is a blend of 5 grapes. So 50% Cabernet Sauvignon is the predominant. From there you have Malbec and Shiraz. And a small portion of Petit Verdot and Franc Merlot.
The event will have its semi-finals right here in Kenya and the finals in South Africa. So if you have a passion when it comes to wine tasting and finding out exactly what wine is all about, its flavors, its unique taste, and everything that pertains to wine, then definitely you should take part in this event and find out whether you will be among the finalists in Cape Town this year, which is fully catered for and funded for by Wines of South Africa. You are watching TV 47 and I am yours, Lucy Riley.